Hello everybody and good afternoon. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. I am Pratik Satal, student of MBA third semester at NAU. I am presenting you a study on system design of PCBL as the final assessment of my operation management subject, and I am submitting this to Dr. Gyan Bahadur Tamang. Uh, Now let's start with the first, which is overview of PCBL. So, starting with Prime Commercial Bank, also known as PCBL, is one of the leading commercial bank in Nepal with more than 200 plus branches. To be precise, 202 branches all over Nepal. Uh, it is a Category A commercial bank established in 2007 September as 21st commercial bank of Nepal. Right now, there are 27 commercial banks in Nepal. Um, so. Mr. Naren Das Shrestha is the CEO of Prime Commercial Bank, and under his supervision, PCBL is ever flourishing, ever expanding, and has established itself as one of the top 5 commercial banks rated by independent raters and publications. Now let's move on to the slide 3. So coming to the third slide, I'm going to talk about system design and its analysis in Prime Commercial Banking. In the figure, we can see 6 system designs that have been implemented in the Prime Commercial Banking. So first of all, system design. System design can refer to the tendency of modifying or innovating the system within the organization. Several processes, practices, models, and methodology have been developed and is still developing that can be implemented to create a good system design. So now let's talk about process selection. But before that, what is process? Process is the tendency of converting input into output. So basically, process converts input into output in accordance to the goals of the organization that is achievable. So process selection is the tendency of deciding whether the production of the goods and services is beneficial to organization or not. So in bullets, we can see some of the examples of process selection, or we can say types of process selection that have been implemented in Prime Commercial Bank Limited. So first of all, lending. In PCBL, lending processes follow same principle throughout all over the branches, but the authority of the approving limits are divided on the basis of the categories, and such categories are divided on the basis of the portfolio and the performance of the branches. And next one is customer accounting. Customer accounting process includes the likes of KYC updating, interest charges processing, group account opening and closure of account, maintenance of customer data. So basically, it's handling the customer and their inquiries. And next one is cash handling. In every branches, the operation department handles the cash. So sometimes they have cash and sometimes there is sort of cash. In case of sort of cash, the operation department and one of the employee become the representative of branch, and then he goes to the head office, which is situated in Kamal Pukhari, to collect the cash that is useful for all the cash processes or transaction. Of the organization. And the next one is check and statement processing. So basically, a check is a slip that enables the customer to withdraw the fund from their account, and the statement is the list of the transaction they have been doing within their account system. So check and statement processing, one of the processes that operates the banking system. Another is account maintenance. Account maintenance involves all KYC updates, registration of business is attached with the files or not, tax clearance certificate. So it includes all the documentation processes that have been used in opening the account, and all the required documents that are need to be maintained yearly or monthly or within a weekly. That depends on the branch itself. Other payment processes include issuing digital services, debit and credit cards, mobile banking, e-banking. Sorry. withdrawal slip, payment of foreign currency. So all these processes are included in the processes. And the next one is outsourcing. Outsourcing with the motive of cost saving, support staff, messengers, security guards are hired from other organizations. For example, messengers are hired from Nepal Corporate Service and Kathmandu Services, while the security guards are hired from GFS Security, Garuda Security, Customer Security in case of Prime Commercial Bank Limited. So coming to the slide number 4, I'm going to talk about work design and organizational design of Prime Commercial Bank Limited. But first, organizational design. Organization design is the overall structure on the basis of which the organization operates, while work design is the specific duties assigned to the employee. Organization design includes top executives supported by other members of the employee, and these members, rather called senior members, are the head of the respective departments. And further, bank have its branches all over Nepal, and these branches are divided with various departments like customer service department, in short we can call it CSD, credit department, and the operation department. And operation department includes both the customer department and teller. CSD and teller is under supervision of operation in charge, while credit is under supervision of credit in charge. But what's the difference between operation and credit department is that credit department is under direct supervision of BM as well. However, BM looks to the overall management of the bank as well. Coming to slide number 5, I'm going to talk about location planning. Location planning is the involvement of top executive while taking decision regarding the appropriate location of business operation. And in case of location planning in Prime Commercial Bank Limited, PCBL have altogether 202 branches covering all provinces of Nepal, and it has been doing an outstanding job in networking of its branches for the efficient transaction of its customers. And with the motive of providing efficient withdrawal of the funds for its client, it has been developing its ATM networks in all regions of Nepal. In the rural areas alone, there are 15 outlets of its branches and 10 ATMs in those parts. And in Valley as well, the placement of these branches have been very strategical. After major acquisition with Kailas Vikas Bank, the nearby outlets, for example, the two outlets in Kotesar branch have been merged, and a single branch has been established with a motive to provide good services to its customers. Not just in Kotesar, it's been done all over Nepal. So coming to the sixth slide, it's about facility layout. Uh, Facility is one of the main features of facility layout at branches of Prime Commercial Bank Limited, which enables free flow of customers. The layout also exposes customer to the merchandise they need to operate for the banking transaction, like withdrawal of funds, deposit of cashes, or even check deposits, check clearings, foreign currency exchange, etc. And the another point that we can see in the bullet number 3 is that the facility layout have been in continuous collaboration with the IT department of Prime Commercial Bank Limited for placement of its computer machine, ATM access points, security devices, so that it have its influence in smooth transaction or operation for its clients. Supply network design, also known as SND in short, enables smooth operation throughout the branches that has been established in Nepal. Prime Commercial Bank Limited has established a separate department known as General Administrative Department in Central Office for free flow of supplies to the branches. It supplies stationery materials, assets and marketing tool like brochures and hoarding boards for smooth operation. Further, it also handles issues regarding the layout and its maintenance as well. And further, Nepal Electronic Payment System that we can see in bullet number 3. Nepal Electronic Payment System, in short we can call it NEPS, have been in continuous collaboration and during the since the establishment of Prime Commercial Bank Limited, and the major function of NEPS includes issuance of cards, acquiring transactions with different delivery channels, connectivity of different payment associations in countries and international payment organizations, and it is also involved in the security and privacy of the customer data. Information and communication technology, in short we can call it ICT, and also known as IT department in Prime Commercial Bank Limited, is what we are going to discuss in this 8th slide of this presentation. So IT department looks overall ICT in banking and in all the networks and branches of Prime Commercial Bank Limited. This unit is also responsible for overall safety measures of the banking transaction and customer data. Confidentiality is the major focus of IT in this bank. The system Pumori 4 Plus is used in PCBL, which is totally handled by the IT department. Further, IT department is also gradually modernizing their services and technology in order to catch up with the trends, international trends, and also it is in continuous working. It is also continuously working for more digital products and services. So in the ninth slide of my presentation, I'm going to provide some recommendation to Prime Commercial Bank Limited. So first of all, what I'd like to recommend is that Prime Commercial Bank could innovate or introduce some new product line which can be beneficial to achieve the goals and the objectives that have been set by the bank. It will enhance the business by providing alternatives to its client regarding lending products or deposit products. Secondly, the outlet of even though the outlet of this bank is dispersed in almost every provinces of Nepal, focusing on districts like Mugu, Humla, and Jumla of the current province could be beneficial because the competition is rather low. And further, while opening the branches and networks outlets in this area, they also could involve the customer feedback and their suggestion while designing the layout so that it could be easier for the customer to process their transaction. And about recovery department in Prime Commercial Bank, recovery department seems quite inactive when it comes to the recovery of the loans. Further, in association with HR department, recovery department could hire some skilled manpower so that it can be active in regards to the recovery of the loan. And when it comes to recruiting and placement of staff, the strategy of Prime Commercial Bank is quite poor because what I've found in my research is that in this study is that people who have studied HR are found to be working in finance department, and people who have studied marketing have been found in working in credit department, and this could hamper the productivity of the organization. Thanks a lot for your patience in listening to my presentation. And if you have any further query, you can mail me in the given email addresses. You can also use my personal address if you have any inquiries. Thank you.